Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Amanda Nova, clinical nutritionist, holistic health practitioner, and founder of Olive Grayce Apothecary. Today I'm going to do a little tutorial on how to use your Luna Lymphatic Cups. So if you have purchased these on oliveandgrace.com, you're already familiar with them. Otherwise, that's where you get them. Now, there's a ton of information on my Instagram. I teach a whole class called Go With The Flow on the importance of flowing lymph. So we're not gonna get too deep into that today. Just cliff notes. The lymphatic system is our body's sewer system and our circulatory system. So making sure to support and flow the lymph can help with so many things, from water retention, detoxification. Doing this massage can also help with muscle tension and relaxation, as well as just calming the nervous system and nervous system regulation because of all the different points that we hit on the body. So beautiful. And it's also connected to brain health as well. So many wonderful things. Again, more on that on my Instagram and on the website. Today, we're just going to talk about how to use these things if you bought them. Like what do you do with them, right? Okay. So when you purchase the lymphatic face and body set from Olive Grayce, what you get are 2 body cups and 2 face cups. Now, where you use the cups on your body and for what body parts is essentially dealer's choice. I'm going to share with you today what I do, but it's whatever works for you. You can use 1 cup for your whole body if you want. There's no rules here. I prefer to kind of switch them as I go to the different parts of my body because it's easier to navigate and move the cups if it's appropriately sized. But again, totally up to you. So let's start with the body. 2 cups. Big body, medium body. Now, the big body cup I use for the lower half of my body. My legs, my quads, my thighs. Sometimes I will use the medium for my calves, but I can do it with the big one as well. So it's really just dependent on how much time I have, how in-depth I feel like getting. And then I also use the larger cup for my abdomen and my low back. So essentially getting up to the chest, I'm using the larger cup. I switched to the medium cup for my arms. So doing underarms, so doing the arms, doing the chest, doing the shoulder blades behind, doing the arms, that's all with the medium cup. So you don't have to do it with this cup, but again, entirely up to you. That is usually what I do. Once I get towards the neck, then I start to use the smaller cups. So I use this face cup, it's a bigger face cup, for pretty much everything face and neck, and sometimes chest as well. I'll probably go over chest, so I will do chest with the medium body cup, but then I will probably do it again with the face one as I sort of work my way down. So I use this one for face, where we kind of lift and then under the chin and jaw and down the neck. And then you can also use this on your chest if you'd like. The smaller cup is for fine lines. So you go in on fine lines like laugh lines or on the forehead. And that's what you'll use the smaller cup for. Or I just posted a video recently about this sort of pulsating of just squeeze and release underneath the eye, which can help bring blood flow and circulation, help with puffiness, all different kinds of stuff. So again, totally up to you. Now, how do you actually use these things now that you know which ones you're using? So I'm gonna tell you. You want to make sure that you always have a sliding agent, right? So something like a oil or a lotion, preferably an oil, but a lotion's okay if that's all you got, and see if that works. But you need to have something that allows the cup to move, right? So I've gotten a couple of questions. People say, can I use soap? Can I just use water? I wouldn't recommend it. I don't know if that'll work. I don't know if it's dry shaving. I don't know, that's your world. This is what I recommend, using an oil. So I use either a body oil, or I use my serum from Olive Grayce, which is a botanical face oil. So I use that on body, I use it on face. So whatever, just use something that you can glide the cup, right? So you always apply that first. Now, whether or not you leave it on the skin is entirely up to you. At night, I usually will leave it on my face because of all the beautiful, wonderful benefits of the Olive Grayce serum, so I usually will leave it on. But if it's oil all over my body, sometimes I'll let it sink in, sometimes I'll wipe it off, depending on what's going on, right? So, okay. Then what we do is you're gonna squeeze the cup. You're gonna squeeze and apply to the skin to create a suction, right? So once it's suctioned, you don't wanna hold it in one place for too long because it will cause a bruise. So similar to cupping from traditional Chinese medicine, people get these welts all over their back, you will get a bruise, right? Because it's causing a suction on the skin and the blood is flowing to that area. So you wanna move the cups, always be moving the cups. So we suction, right? And then once it causes the suction, we glide the cup. So there's also a lymphatic map on the Olive Grayce website, which I will link. It's also on my Instagram, so you can see the direction of things. But you basically are suctioning and gliding. So you're holding, so once it releases, it's suctioned, and then you should be able to just glide it up the skin. And it could take a little bit to get the hang of it. I've been doing this for years and years and years, so I make it look easy, but you know, it can take a little bit to get used to. Also, the cup will lose suction. It's not always gonna be suctioned. If you're gonna do the whole arm, you might get to the joint and it'll like let some air in, it'll let go. Just resuction it and keep going. So it ends up being smaller movements. It doesn't have to be like this kind of like small movement that we do with dry brushing. That's a little bit different. It can be longer, you know, you can get it as far as you can get it, but it will let go anyway. So you might end up doing your forearm and then doing your upper arm, you know, similar to your legs. You're not really gonna be able to do it over your joints. So that's really all there is to it. So you would just cup as much of your body as you can potentially access. If you do have an area on your body, like your low back or your glutes or your hips, or something that has really like stuck tight muscles and you're like, oh, or you're having a lot of pain in that area, you can squeeze a cup and actually leave it there, right? Like squeeze it and let it go and leave it there, similar to traditional cupping, if that's what you want to do. I just recommend it for places where people can see. If you don't want to have welts all over your body, then, you know, keep that cup moving, but you can get the same benefits of using those glass cups from traditional Chinese medicine if you'd like. I've definitely done that on places where I've had inflammation, on my low back, all different kinds of stuff before. So beautiful, beautiful practice. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments, or, you know, ask me over on Amanda Nova Wellness on Instagram, or follow us on Olive and Grace and ask us through there. But super simple to do, and I hope you guys really enjoy it, and so many more videos to come on how to use these cups on different parts of the body. I'm so excited to share with you. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.